Hi, this is BB. Um, so I'm in my new place, and the thing with my new place is this thing that I'm inhaling it is very, very strong. I have a lot of chest pain right now, like a tremendous amount of chest pain. It's not heartburn, it's just really, really. And every time I eat, it's centered around here. Now, I have to know somebody has to be following me in doing this. Somebody has to be following me in doing this. I mean, I have a question. Do you see like actual satellite dishes around? Like when people are doing this, something to notice. Do you see like satellite dishes in places that are not quite where they should be, or unusual places, like on the ground level? I'm just curious to know if that's a possibility. My chest is really hurting. See, I I can't breathe. I can breathe, but whatever this chemical is, whatever this gas is, it's very, very strong. This move was unavoidable, but it doesn't look. This looks like I'm in a worse location than I was before. Wherever she is, I don't know if she's in the ceiling. I don't know, or I don't know. This woman is like a mad woman. She's like a mad woman, like a woman. Think of a woman that is completely mad, but she's got like a goal, a mission. She's on a mission. The boyfriend sets her up on these missions. She goes on a mission. Like I said, I did talk to psychics in the past, and he has a habit where if he's not leaving her and never coming back, then he's not going away. So take your pick. There's always one extreme to the other. So I guess she has to do things to supply him with easy money, or whatever that entails, whether it's live streaming, whether it's filming people's suicide and watching their eyes just before they die to see what they see, and they're making big bucks off it, or stealing and selling, or with this goal, with this, what is it, Bitcoin mining, stealing off of people's credit cards and debit cards. It could be any number of things. I think that's a viable possibility. I did post a link, and as one of the things he said that your system is being used like a terminal, because there's over 1 billion people using these things, right, or more, all over the world. So you're connected to part of that whole grid, and if they're hacking, they might have a program within the grid, within their system, that's just collecting money from whoever stuff they're processing. I don't know how it's done, but the gist of it is clear in my head. The gist of it is clear in my head. Why I said this is, like, I read a long time ago, I think it was an Uncle John's bathroom reader. They have all these odd fictions, that a bank clerk actually, what he did was everybody affiliated to the bank, not just the one branch, I guess nationwide, he just took a penny from all their accounts and put it in his fictitious account, I think. And it was quite a few $1 million by the time he was done. Just a penny, 1 penny from their accounts. People don't notice a penny like that, they just... Some people do. Most people don't. Just took a penny and he put it in a fictitious account, but he was caught. This is why it's in the. He was caught. I guess he was spending a little beyond his means or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, she really has it in for me. And this seems like a very bad location. I have a feeling that somebody came in my house last night or today, and it has to be her. I can't think of anyone else. I know, like I said, there are people around here that they pay. The thing is, it doesn't matter where I go. I can go to Alaska. I can go to Hawaii. I can go to Mozambique. They will find people to do this because this is a lucrative career now. Gangstalking seems to be a lucrative career. The people like them are stealing on a multinational level, and they are controlling these little hoodlums. They're giving them X amount of dollars to mess with people. And I think what they're doing, they've crossed certain lines. So once they've crossed certain lines, it's easy for them. So what they're doing is they're making it nice and tidy for them. So that means curtains pretty much for us. When they've fleeced everything they could, they can get from us, which is whatever. Money, business, whatever. They'll just take it. They'll just take it. They want it, they'll take it. Now, from that also, they'll take it a step further because it'll be about stealing is one, then it'll become personal too. If they don't like you for whatever reason, they're crawling your head, as I call it, or hacking your head, and you don't have a nice thought towards them, they will cut you down to size. Because this is a path they're on. And the energy is always changing, which means they're going to get worse. In other words, they'll get better at what they do, which means they're going to get way worse. That sounds counterproductive. They're doing bad. To get better at doing bad means you have to get worse. Worse means worse for society. Worse for people like me, for people like you. There's a lot of pain right now, sorry. A lot of pain. This is her way of cutting me down to size. She likes to show power. This is what I said. I have said it before and I'm saying it again. This is personal. This woman has been doing this to me for over a year and a half. This is not about money. They've stolen just about everything they can stolen from me. They've raped me over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Every single day, several times a day, since June to now. It feels like rape. It feels like rape. Coming into my house without my permission, after a certain point, it feels like rape. Coming into my motel room with me laying there sleeping, probably drugged out of my mind with something, whatever they sprayed. Who knows what they did? Who knows what they might have done? Because the people they're paying are not nice people. And like I said, their energy changes too. They're going to get better at what they do, which means they will get worse than just driving around the block several times, tooting a horn, yelling out an abusive slur, a homophobic slur, or a sexist slur, or a racist slur, or follow you, videoing you, just putting themselves, where anything to irritate you from a distance. They're not going to keep it at a distance anymore. They will come right up in your face, and it's getting where they will come right up in our faces. Excuse me. They will come right up in our faces. They will. To me, it'll get to a point where they'll walk right in our houses and they'll beat the shit out of us, and then they'll walk out. What are we going to say? You tell them, well, this John Smith hit me. John Smith said, I've never been near this woman. What are you going to do? It'll be your word against his, and you're already sounding crazy to them. You're already sounding like you have it in for them. See, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They set it up this way, but the good news in my book is that this pattern that they're setting is going to work against them one of these days, and it's coming. Because the police will see the same fucking pattern in every situation. They will connect the dots. They will see the same pattern in every situation. The person is acting belligerent up to a certain point before, and never. They've had some money, they know something, they've seen something. They do a little digging, they'll find out. Nobody spends over a year and a half torturing me like this with the intention to kill me for no reason. No one spends a year and a half, and how many hundreds of thousands of dollars have they paid? Hundreds of thousands of dollars have they paid people to kill me. These people mean business. They want to kill me. They don't want me incapacitated. They want me dead. My guess is they want to put some of their crimes on me. After all, I shared the same address with this woman. And I think there was a reason why she moved in there. To share the same address with me. Because that's something some of you don't believe in psychics. It does exist. They do work. They were the ones who brought it to my attention. That's the time when I thought that she was being abused by her boyfriend. What the woman told me was, and this was since 2019. At that time, I said, I thought she was being abused by the boyfriend. I had no idea that they were planning anything. I mean, I didn't even know that they knew me like that. You know what I mean? How can you tell? It's like you don't know. They were, he said that they're doing something online. I thought he was selling drugs. I thought he was just selling drugs out of the house or to the yard or whatever. And he's using her address, which could potentially put her in danger. See, I didn't stop to think that I shared the same address as well. I was so focused on her, on seeing, is she being abused? How can I help her? I did like her. I did. And now I'm paying for it. Like I said, this is personal. This is not the government or police or FBI ordering a hit on me. This is local. This just a civilian, I should say, not local. A civilian that stole from me, and a big hell of a chip on her shoulder. A big hell of a chip on her shoulder. Unlike anything imaginable to man, I see. I don't understand. I don't understand. She wants me dead. A year and a half of doing this. Every single day. She didn't take days off. They don't have sabbaticals. They don't have days off. They don't have vacation time. They don't have weekends. In fact, the weekends is when it gets worse. Which leaves me to wonder, who is watching on the weekend? Is it the boyfriend? Is it, if they're live streaming me, is it their people who are home, their degenerate viewers who are tuned in to see? Think about what I'm saying, please. Because there are people out there who Even though we're suffering like this, we need our help at some point. I know we have it bad, but there are people out there who might need our help. They might need our help. Because it's like the most profound form of cruelty ever. The most profound form of cruelty ever. They might need our help because I don't know what's going on. No matter which path you take, like I said, if people started out live viewing, now that's illegal, right? I think it's illegal. It should be legal. And you have, they're watching day to day, washing the dishes, taking a nap, watching TV. Eventually, in every group of people, there are horrible people. They're psychopaths, they're sociopaths, they're pedophiles, they're rapists. For somebody to be turned on by this type of thing, they have to have some type of degeneracy. It's not like you're watching a movie where the people are acting. You're watching what they're seeing. You're reading their thoughts even. I think there's some psychic ability in this too. I'm not sure. But eventually those people, the viewers, they will want more. They will want acts of violence. They will want suicide. They will want homicide. They will want assault. And the ultimate, targeting the younger generation. You know what I mean by that. Eventually they will. And these degenerates who are getting money for this, it's easy money. Easy money. They are now in their own path of becoming better at what they do, meaning that they're getting worse for people like me, the people who they're exploiting. They will go for it. They may or may not have a one brief moment. Well, whoa, this seems like too much, but the lure of the money will call them in. Because I believe everything is energy. Scientists call it energy. Religion call it God's Holy Spirit. It doesn't matter. Everything, we're all connected by this energy, this thread. It's neutral. We give it meaning. We give it meaning. So it gets, and energy is always shifting. It's never constant. It's always shifting. It's always shifting, metamorphosing into something else. If you're on the right path, the upliftment for yourself and for those around you, you're unstoppable. If you're on the wrong path to bring devastation to the people around you, then you're unstoppable too. Until somebody stops you. If they will believe us long enough just to put a stop to it. But it's coming. I don't know, but I have a feeling something is coming. I don't know what it is. And then they'll be scrambling, but it'll be too late. People, my friend is saying there's something called martial law that's going to come here. And I have a feeling this will have to happen. I don't know how effective they'll be. That's when they'll start to shoot. They could end it now. They can start looking into it and put an end to it. Not just me, I'm not talking, but as a whole. Because it'll spread like wildfire. The patterns are not hard to distinguish. You can see them. All of us are being pressured to act in the same way. Like we're drug addicts, alcoholics, schizophrenic, all three, 1, 2, or whatever. But to make us less than credible. To make us look like something is wrong. As you know, society dismisses people with mental health issues. They don't put much credence into them, what they say. think they're delusional. Drug addiction, alcoholism, they write them off the page as well. Junkies, they call them the junkies. They're just waiting for those to die, and then they bag them and tag them. And eventually we are joining ranks with them too. They're ignoring us just the same. I'm being hacked really badly. As you saw the video. Now, if I was schizophrenic, like I said, a junkie, and an alcoholic, and bipolar, and just batshit crazy, somebody is still hacking me. I'm getting sicker. Somebody is still doing that. Granted, wear and tear of the body, I could get sicker on, but in a short period of time for this to happen, it's a no. No, nobody's going to believe that. Not with all these other things happening to me. If I could just get someone to see this, and I don't know what to do. Do I call the police and tell them? Do I tell them, oh, look, whether you believe me or not, take this report. Just keep a copy of it and keep a written copy of what I'm giving you. Because they can hack and just, I know that would make me sound like they will look at me and be like, okay. She thinks they'll hack in. That was me now. She thinks they'll hack into the police station. Fuck yes. Hell to the fucking yes, they will. If they're hacking, I mean, come on. The fucking Pentagon and places, they're not going to hack into the police station. It's a router they have. Yes, they will. That's like the first place they'll probably hack in. Because they want to know what the cops are doing. When you make a complaint, of course they want to know what they're discussing, how they take it. I don't care. And a step further, what this one is doing, I don't know how many of them out there are doing this, is this suppressing of our emotions. They're using like the wirings in our home to somehow, I don't know how they're doing it. This is going to cause diseases on a massive scale, and it's going to kill a lot of people. There's going to be cancer. There's going to be a lot of radiation. There's going to be aneurysms. There's going to be blood pressure sky high all the time. There's going to be organ failure, heart attacks. There's going to be swelling of the brain. There's going to be a lot of excess blood where you start having fluid building up on the brain. All these blood vessels popping. You're going to have a lot of abscesses all over your body. Inflamed. These inflammation little bumps all over. If they're coming on the outside, what do you think is happening on the inside? Your colon, your bladder, your arteries. They don't care. Why are they doing this? You see what I mean, what I was trying to say. At some point, it's not about money, no. It's not about money. It's about something called evil. They're just evil. They're getting a high out of it. They're getting a thrill out of it. This is what they do. They are feeling like this is happiness for them. What makes you and I happy sounds lame and tame to them. They will laugh at it. Laughing at us is what makes them happy. Laughing at us is what makes them happy. Their world is very tiny. It's going to be very tiny. But almost every deplorable act and degeneracy and every evil act, sinful, immoral, unlawful act will be caught within that world. That's my point. At this point, between what's happening to me, anybody will have to say this is personal. It's not a woman who is just trying to steal. She already stole. What else can she get? She's just doing this because she's getting some thrill right from it. She's getting some thrill ride. The next time, she doesn't even have to get anything from someone. Somebody doesn't like her, or somebody has like a bad thought about her, or she doesn't like the person for any reason, she's going to go after them. She doesn't need it. At some point, they won't need a reason anymore, is what I'm saying. They don't like you, they'll take you out. Watch me. That's exactly what's going to happen. Unless the law enforcement nips this in the bud.